anger.
And there's 4 in there?
Yeah.
Was there also like 4 Bailoffs and stuff?
Not that many.
2 Bailoffs. He wasn't playing escape shifts.
Yeah.
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 I still don't believe it.
Okay, we have one more question for you before we watch this standard match. So he attacks you with Emrakul, and you have Restoration Angel in your hand. Did you think about it or not think about it?
Well, I mean, lore-wise, as a
Get out of here.
as a Vorthos, I think angels don't belong in graveyards, and I felt I couldn't cast it because that would make 6 permanents for the Emrakul trigger.
Well, did you ever consider maybe floating mana and then sacrificing your permanents and then casting Restoration Angel?
Getting 15 life.
You know, like,
Getting 15
you know,
life.
tell us what you're thinking. Why is it superior to not cast the Angel?
It was a mind game.
He didn't want him to know that he's got an anger-proof creature in his deck for game 2.
Oh,
Yeah, that was. It was. I
see.
definitely want to.
He did have Combust in his sideboard, so maybe you want to make sure he doesn't board it in. So you don't want to show him the Restoration Angel. That's your only way to victory at this point.
Also, an interesting play that we missed was that the turn that you popped it into Entomber, you could have Entombered back Sin Collector and recast Sin Collector.
Yeah, and it had more power on board. But we didn't notice that. Andrew Oyen in the chat noticed that.
You got to buy on that one.
Yeah, so we don't
would
get
that
to
be
make
just
fun of you.
Would that just be a strictly better play? Do you think?
Yeah,
Not
because then you
strictly
have
better.
like an extra 2/1.
It's worse if you get angered and then later want to Eternal Witness Sin Collector.
Well, I mean, I'm only running singletons because I don't know how to deck build. So it's probably not drawing the Eternal Witness.
That's true. You're not that lucky. You're not Omar Belden lucky.
No, definitely not Omar Belden lucky.
Yeah. Speaking of which, our standard match is going on, so good luck in the rest, Chris. Thanks for
Thanks
the
a lot.
interview.
It was
Very
enlightening.
insightful.
It was.
Yeah, now we know.
All right, so Omar's on the play. This is Sidisi Whip versus Blue-Black Control.
So this is going to be a grind fest here. But as we saw earlier, Omar already beat a blue-black control deck, so...
But Andy's is not stock. He's playing a lot more... Well, he's playing more permission and more card draw.
Yeah, and Andy is very good at playing control decks, so
He can also
it's not going to be an easy opponent.
he can disrupt a whip at instant speed with Fated Return.
Oh my god. That is amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
I didn't even realize that.
If that happens, I'm gonna need a napkin.
That is really, really sweet. What a techie metagame choice.
Yeah, Andy's foils are definitely nice. He plays beautiful
Oh
decks.
yeah.
So I'm going to assume, because Andy's a very savvy control player, that if he does manage to prevent whip shenanigans from going down, he's probably slightly favored.
Yeah. Whip is definitely going to be the card that he doesn't want to see, but he does have 3 Perilous Vaults to beat them, so he's not just cold like the other blue-black pair was. So Omar thinking about what he wants to do. It's interesting because Andy left Omar with the Thoughtseize in his hand. So what do you think that means Andrew has in hand? That he would let Omar Thoughtseize him?
Probably a bunch of redundant counters and draw spells, knowing Andy.
Looks like Andy misses 3rd land.
Oh god. He does only play 25 lands, which is a little... I don't know. It's a little optimistic, I think, to play only 25 lands in such a controlling deck. But I guess you really can't afford to flood out when you need to be interacting early.
It seems to me like Doomwake Giant is not that good of a threat here. You just cast it and then it gets downfolded. So it's interesting that Andy would let Omar Thoughtseize him. It seems like Thoughtseize is better than Doomwake Giant, but maybe he's going to get to negate it or something. And he didn't think that negate would have any value otherwise.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He does negate it.
Okay. I wonder if he has anything for a whip, though. Probably has Disdainful Stroke or something like that.
I mean, I'm 100% sure that Andy knows what Omar is playing. So
Yeah.
he
These
obviously
two are good friends. I think Andy actually lends Omar a lot of these cards, so...
he must have a game plan for Whip in mind. Although I assume that game plan does involve drawing lands at some point in the game.
Possibly, but that is only debatable.
Yes. AVL is unlucky on camera. Omar doesn't really have a lot going on so far, though. And he's not getting punished too badly for this.
Well, Andy did just move to his discard phase, which is not where you want to be. Andy on the feature match stage is pretty anticlimactic here today.
Yeah, this has not been his day.
He was our round 1 feature match, and he just got demolished by Rug Aggro. He basically did nothing and died. It looks like that's his MO here for Omar, too.
He's not a natural talent like Chris.
No. He usually relies on, skill and good decisions rather than what's on top of his deck. Unlike Omar and Daniel Fournier.
Oh, missed on land again.
Yikes.
This was very boring.
That's painful. Andy does not have the face of satisfaction.
No.
So it looks like Andy's down to 10 now. Thoughtseize.
Omar's doing him a favor, so he doesn't have to discard on his end step.
So we see 3 dissolves, a negate, a downfall, a faded return, and is that a dig through time? Looks like a dig through time.
I wonder if Andy concedes in this position if his opponent doesn't know he's playing faded return. Because I think that Omar definitely knows.
Yeah,
they're friends.
Yeah.
But I would be inclined to concede in his seat, because that's actually like a very important, not important, but a very powerful piece of tech.
Something to play around.
Yeah.
So I think if what's in Omar's hand? What you take here definitely depends on what you've got. These Wayfinders might just get there.
Yeah.
I think if Andy draws land, he's going to have to downfall one of these Wayfinders. Just like stem the pressure.
Which is very depressing.
Took the dig through time. So Andy's been craftily discarding cards to ramp up to his dig through time. So Andy bricks on land here is basically over.
Oh, got there.
Okay.
We have a game, folks.
No, almost. So he's gonna have to draw. Does he play Bioblight main deck? We don't have their deck list here, but
He does, yeah, I think.
he does. Okay, so Bioblight could get him out of this Wayfinder lock, as it is. So I think Andy is at 5 now because he gained a life off Dismal Backwater.
I guess maybe Omar could accidentally play an enchantment. Is Constellation a May?
It's a May, but it's only your opponent's.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if it's a May actually, but it is just your opponent's. So Omar can't accidentally kill his Wayfinders. Otherwise, they'd already be dead.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Doomwake Giant.
Yeah. That's okay, Glenn. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
All right. Omar getting free value as usual off his Courser. So Andy is at 3 here, so I think he really needs to draw like a Radiant Fountain plus just like a removal. No,
Yep.
that's it.
Off to game 2. Hopefully he gets to play game 2.
Yeah.
Andy's matches have been the boringest.
Yeah, that's hard to watch.
Actually, based on how poorly the 3 games we've seen him play have gone, I can't believe that he's in the top 8.
Yeah, well, that's where skill will get you.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe he just is too nervous. He knows we're watching.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
Can't handle the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sitting in big time with Paul Deating, Glenn McElwain.
Yeah.
Is that what we called it? Big time?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's the name. If you guys have better ideas for the name of our stream, let us know in Twitch comments.
And yes, we're
It
talking
could be
to
official.
the 2 of you.
Yeah, the 2 of you.
2 of you who are talking to us anyway.
2 times 11.
1/1s for 2 are unbeatable.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah, unfortunately, the discard until you can cast Dig Through Time off 2 land strategy is not very powerful against 1/1s. This is the first round of the top 8, yes.
Yep. So we don't have their deck list anymore, but I think I recall that Omar is boarding in Nissa's, Thoughtseize's,
Yeah.
and what else? He had something. Oh, he had another whip.
Did he?
And, yeah, he had another whip, and I think he also had Salt High Charms and Read the Bones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he gets to take out 3 downfalls and 3. What was it? Murderous Cut. What was his removal? Or Bob Light. He had 6 removal spells that are all bad.
Yeah, he takes removal spells out for 2-for-1s and
Yeah.
2-for-1s.
Yeah, so Omar's deck upgrades quite a bit, so it's unfortunate Andy lost the first game. I think he would have really liked to win that. Andy, I guess, is boarding in stuff like Drown in Sorrow, although I don't really recall what his deck list was.
Who else is in the top 8? Chris Kavanaugh's in the top 8.
Yeah, Chris Kavanaugh. I got Chris Kavanaugh, Jamie Naylor, Jamie Archdeacon, and a couple of people I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a list on hand.
Hello, John Booten. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Is it bad that I want Archdeeks to win so we can get another awkward interview?
No, it's not bad.
Oh, I guess he's not new to this new to the stream. Well, thanks for watching all day then, John. Maybe we'll get another Social Improvement Network moment up here if Jamie Archdeacon can win.
I hope so. I could use
Yeah.
some pointers.
Well, it's kind of nice if someone just talks for 15 minutes straight because then we don't have to think about anything to talk about.
Yeah, we have literally been rambling all day long.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Talked about modern art. Talked about feminism.
Despite my best efforts.
Talked about not getting our lunch for a while. Was your
Yeah.
lunch cold?
Yeah.
My lunch was cold too.
Yeah. It's not easy being in the booth here, the
Yeah.
VIP lounge.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Yeah, it's tough, popping bottles and
Yeah.
commentating on Magic.
Sacrifices need to be made if you're big time.
Give us more topics to talk about while they sideboard. Tell us in the comments, and then we'll talk about that.
I wish that we had the deck lists again.
Me too.
We can read the deck list from the last few matches that we've watched.
The judges are nowhere to be seen.
We have Archdeacon's deck list and Christopher, Abzan Whipboy.
Yeah, I'm saying whip guy. I don't think he made top 8.
No, I don't think so. I played against him in the top 8 of a modern PTQ, I think. He was playing Affinity.
Who, this guy, Chris?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
He had like an insane hand, but I had the spell snare, so I won.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go game.
Greeno plating?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Was it plating or Ravager? I don't remember it. It was
Maybe
it was-
Steel Overseer?
It was probably no. I just electrolyzed that.
Okay. Yeah, me too, man. Sometimes on the play, if they play turn 1, or I guess you would have had to at least have Manu, but whatever. I'm shuffling out for gate 2. Andy Van Leeuwen's on play this time. Hopefully he'll draw a mix of spells and lands, but he might not play that well. I
Yeah.
think he should consider it, though.
He
What
should
would you
consider
say?
it. He should definitely.
Yeah.
That should be his strategy for this game, I think.
Yeah, like I think that he has tested the draw only 2 lands and flood out on spells strategy, and it didn't work, so he'll
Yeah.
probably switch it up for this game.
He did almost get to play a Dig Through Time off only 2 mana, though.
Yeah, well, sometimes you play the experimental dredge. Here he's boarding out a Liliana. I can see because it's all black.
Legacy. I think in Legacy you probably want to be playing Treasure Cruise and Brainstorm. That's pretty much all you need to know about Legacy.
Talk Legacy, because I need to learn Legacy by June.
Play 4 Brainstorms and play 4 Treasure Cruise.
No, you need to learn Legacy by February because there's going to be a card advantage team trios.
That's true.
Legacy's one of the formats there.
That is true.
But all you need to know is that you need to cast Brainstorm.
I think that there will be 2 other casters, though, and I will probably be playing in that event with my friends.
That'll be exciting.
You will not be seeing us on feature matches, though.
Maybe you'll luck your way into round 1 feature match.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. That's probably the only way that it'll be me and Bradford and Jeff, probably.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
And I will be playing-
Andy going to play well and draw a mix of land and spells, or no?
I will be playing Nimble Mongoose, for the record. If you get paired against me, the geese are coming for you.
Yeah. Okay, we got Evolving Wilds here. I like where this is going. It's my favorite card.
Oh, you can scry into another land, too. The strategy is being executed beautifully by Andy Van Leeuwen.
Yeah. So far, so good. But he might screw up and accidentally draw a bunch of lands because like drawing just a couple lands didn't work out before. So maybe he'll want to draw a bunch this time.
Yeah.
But that probably won't work out.
Yeah, he might draw too many. If he gets overzealous with the land strategy, he
Yeah.
could get punished for it.
Yeah, he might go overboard. Here we go, Seder Wayfinder. Oh, I'm so smart. He didn't even ask if that resolves. How rude. Alright, that's not a very good mill for Omar. He'd rather see creatures in the graveyard for whip.
It's also giving away information. Although, again, Andy probably knows his deck list.
Yeah. So he takes Yavimaya Coast basically instead of Temple of Mystery. Guess he's got something to curve out with. Divination. Andy Van Leeuwen showing his range. It's basically the LSV of Toronto. Is Andy just dead if his opponent thought he's just his Pearl Lake Ancient?
No, he's got Faded Return.
Oh, yeah. But if they thought he's both of those, he's just dead.
Yes.
Okay. That would be a vicious way to die.
Yeah. Yes, it would be. Back in the days of Justin Mongoose and Werebear in Canadian Threshold, I vividly remember getting my Tropical Island wastelanded and extirpated.
Yeah. That's happened to me before.
Does not feel
Except
nice.
this was a volcanic island I was playing. I don't remember exactly what. All I remember is getting all my volcanic islands extirpated. Or maybe it was surgical, I don't remember.
It's like, okay, I have 4 Fire and Ice and 4 Lightning Bolts. I have exactly 20 points of burn in my deck.
Yeah. Oh,
this.
so you were still drawing live.
Yeah,
Okay.
technically.
Actually, I think I was playing wrong.
Until my opponent gains 1 life. Reading the Bones.
So
One
we
of
got Read the
Omar's
Bones going on here.
sideboard
So,
cards.
If Andy's going to kill that Courser, he should really do it now. Because if Omar draws his 2 cards and then there's a land on top, Andy won't have an opportunity to stop him from getting a free land. But I guess this is interesting. I guess he doesn't get to see the second card. Because of course early. He scries 2, so only Omar sees those 2 cards.
Yeah. So, okay.
Omar's gonna keep the dig through time, also draw a Thoughtseize, that's pretty good. And then flip a land because he's that good? No. Wow.
He just found too many good cards on top of his deck.
Yeah, I understand.
Tough spot to be in for Omar.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he has 2 lands in hand, so you don't even need the lands.
Yeah.
Alright, so wastes, and then I guess he's gonna Thoughtseize Andy.
Really, it was just a question of does he want to get value or does he want to get value?
I don't think I would Thoughtseize here. I think I would wait until my own turn, because if Andy has a dissolve, he's going to want to dissolve the Thoughtseize. So it's better to wait till your own turn, because then you can Thoughtseize.
I agree.
He'll dissolve, and then you can cast something relevant that he can't stop anymore.
It's like tempo positive for Andy here, basically, to be able to counter this
Yeah.
this Thoughtseize.
I don't. Okay, well,
Okay.
there you go. We're no good.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yep. We are bad.
So,
So we got 2 Divination, a Radiant Fountain, a Fated Return, a Disdainful Stroke, a Swamp, and a Dig Through Time.
so is he taking Stroke or
I think
Faded
he's-
Return?
I think he's probably taking Dig Through Time.
He could do that. I don't. What's in Omar's hand? Which threats does he have right now?
All I know is he has a Dig Through Time. So maybe he could take the Disdainful Stroke.
It's either Stroke or Dig Through Time for sure.
I'm not sure Omar has a second blue source to be able to cast that Dig Through Time yet. He might have an island in hand, though. I feel like I saw it, but I'm not certain. So I guess if Omar has to decide between stopping Faded Return, which is a very good late game against Omar, especially in response to a whip,
Yeah.
or he can stop Disdainful Stroke in order to resolve something very soon.
I don't think that Omar really cares about Faded Return at this stage in the game, though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think I would take it. Or he could take Dig Through Time to prevent Andy from getting ahead in this game.
And he
Kinda
does
tough.
have
Depends
double.
depends on what's in Omar's hand, but we don't really know that right now.
Andy has double divination. Omar has to decide how he wants to fight this game because, like, Andy will draw more cards. than Omar this game. Like he is
Yeah.
going to get ahead in cards.
So it looks like he took dig through time. So maybe Omar has threats in his hand that cost less than 4. Like maybe his hand is full of coursers and stuff.
The other thing about stroke is that Andy gets to divination into stroke this turn, which is like a really efficient use of his mana because he has the stroke.
I think I probably would have taken. It depends on what's in his hand again, but oh, okay, here we go. Oh yeah, I probably would have taken that stroke and then played cast whip.
Yeah, me too. That Thoughtseize is a very good draw for Andy.
Oh, Omar's got another Thoughtseize.
Okay, that makes sense then. And he has whip, dig through time,
This is kind of
courser.
Oh, that's interesting. So I guess Omar was going to wait till this next turn. Thoughtseize the disdainful stroke that Andy thought would protect him.
Yeah.
And then cast the whip.
It's actually a pretty smart play because it gives Andy a false sense of security.
Yeah, maybe he feels okay to tap out, not keeping up dissolve. But if Andy Thoughtseizes this whip, then Omar doesn't really have anything to punish him. He's going to be attacking with 2 courses and a Wayfinder, which is not that powerful.
Yeah.
And you might have time to cast all his divinations and get ahead in this game. Oh, he took the courser. That's interesting. That's pretty weird.
Man with a plan right there.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what the plan is.
I guess he's thinking that he has the disdainful stroke for the whip, but wow, he's even going to tap out and let him resolve the whip.
I guess the whip puts less average damage per turn on the board at this point than Courser does, and he just wants to take less damage right now and doesn't care about the value. I don't know.
Whip, he knows whip will have give him a lot of time because it's really expensive.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
very interesting play.
maybe he just assumes that if he buys himself the maximum amount of time, he will eventually find a way.
Yeah.
Because he does play 3 vaults, right?
Yeah, but he knows that Omar has the Sultai charm, so Vault is not going to get there.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's I'm very curious to know what Andy thinks his game plan
Yeah.
is right now.
See, sometimes when we see a play like that, I would call it just creative, but I assume that Andy knows more what he's doing with the control deck than I do, so I have a pretty high opinion of him. So I'm going to assume it's the best play I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, he's staring dreamily into the camera.
Oh no, he was looking at the guy sitting behind the camera.
I'm going to assume he was looking at us.
I think they're having a life total discrepancy. 'Cause Andy Thoughtseized and cast Radiant Fountain, so maybe they missed one of those 2 things. I don't know exactly what the life totals are.
Discussing exactly how lucky Daniel Fournier is.
Oh. What would you say Brian Liu would be? 100 or 101?
What, 101% chance to misplace Linvala?
Heyo. See, Chris Erebus made sure that he didn't get the second white so he can't Brian Liu all over his Wimbala.
Yeah.
If he could cast it, then he could screw it up.
Yeah.
So,
He also didn't want to give his opponent the information.
yeah, better to lock himself out of the double white.
Yeah.
Because that could be embarrassing on camera.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he knew he'd draw Rhino right in time. Still working on this life total issue.
I think I might go to the washroom while they figure that out.
Okay, I will fill dead air.
Fill the dead time with some story about yourself.
Oh, Brian Liu says, "Oh God, don't talk about Linvalas." Okay, so we got the life total sorted out. I guess what we're seeing on screen is correct. That is a guess. And only a guess. Okay, yeah. So Omar is digging. I assume that he's keeping that Nissa on the top of his deck because it's basically the best card in this matchup in his deck, aside from, I guess, maybe Whip. I mean, it might actually be better than Whip because the land that you turn into a 4/4 lives through Vault, and Whip doesn't live through Vault. So I'm not sure. He's kind of giving up a little bit of the value of the dig through time because he already knows that he's keeping that one card on the top. So he's digging through 6 cards for one card. But I mean, it's still probably better just because he's using his mana efficiently.
Center a smiley face.
Well played.
They love that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because
Not trying to be
they're all the
misogynist or
same, right?
anything. Not trying to be misogynist. Omar took a damage. Almost didn't point any angle shooter.
So I didn't see what the other card was he got off Dig Through Time. The first one was the Nissa that was on top of his deck.
So Nissa is extremely good against Andy, especially because he's playing a bunch of Perilous Vaults, and Perilous Vault won't kill Nissa lands. So typically Perilous Vault is guaranteeing a way of clearing the entire board, but that's not the case against Nissa. So Nissa is one of Omar's best threats in this matchup.
The thoughts tease?
So I think he's thought seizing before playing that land. He wants to see if he wants to maybe slam down Nissa here with an untapped land that's in his hand. Wow. So 2 Drown in Sorrow, Fated Return, Disdainful Stroke, Negate, Hero's Downfall, and Perilous Vault. That's a lot of stuff.
What do you take here?
Jeez, I don't know. I think I might. You could. Well.
If
The
you
Drown
take,
in Sorrows are basically dead because
Yeah.
you can't tap out and cast both of those because then Omar can untap and cast Nissa. So you don't need to take either of the Drown in Sorrows.
you just take a counter spell.
I think you'd take the Downfall.
Yeah?
Yeah, because. Or, well, maybe you have to take the Perilous Vault because he could play Perilous Vault, hold up Negate, and then if Omar tries to cast Sultai Charm, he can counter that.
I mean, Omar's got 5 damage on board. Does he care if Andy takes 2 turns to Perilous Vault that board?
I think so, because he can Perilous Vault and hold up Disdainful Stroke for Nissa, and then gain control of the game.
I guess maybe taking,
I think I would take Perilous Vault.
or you could take Downfall. Downfall is like a better tempo play than taking Perilous Vault.
Yeah. What does Omar have in his hand? Dig Through Time and Nissa? Does he still have Dig Through Time?
He cast a Dig Through Time. I'm not sure what he got with it. Maybe that Thoughtseize.
Okay.
One of the cards he got with it was Nissa.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so he took Disdainful Stroke. So I guess his plan is Andy will cast Perilous Vault. Omar will end of turn try to Sultai Charm it. That'll get countered. And then he'll play Nissa. And then he'll have a 4/4 that will live through the vault.
He'll also be attacking
But then he
for
still
9.
has the Downfall for that 4/4. Okay, well. Taking Disdainful Stroke's interesting. That's a tough choice, though.
Yeah. So if you're Andy here, are you downfalling on end step because you're so far behind, or do you have to hope that you can vault into?
I think you have to do it because Omar just took a Disdainful Stroke, so I guess you have to be skeptical that Perilous Vault will ever happen.
Yeah.
Right? Omar has already taken into account the chance of Perilous Vault being cast, right? So he probably thinks he can beat it. So
I mean, he's got another 3 damage on board now. He would have had 5 if Andy doesn't play that downfall. That puts him into a pretty dangerous spot.
I think I would have fetched if I were Omar. Oh no, it's the timing. Okay, I was gonna say I could fetch and get that palace off and gain life with the Courser.
Yeah, and also he wouldn't have to. He can keep a creature in his graveyard in case he draws a whip.
The dig through time is getting rid of that land anyway, so now he gets a chance to fetch after the dig through time, and when he sees whatever's on top after the dig through time, so it's better this way. Omar
Not strictly better.
I would say it's almost strictly better.
Almost strictly better, but not having the creature in play
Oh,
is
see,
relevant.
look at this, bam! Omar gets a free draw. So good. Oh, that was main phase. I guess that makes sense. Oh, because he cast the downfall, so Omar plays the taking through time around Disdainful Stroke. Okay, so that was at Omar's end step. Good play, good play. Looks like he's got 2 misses in hand. So Omar is definitely in a good position here, but it's not really over.
Omar's deck is cool.
Yeah. Sorry, playing the dig through time around negate, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that was definitely a good play.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the ball, as
She's
expected.
gonna vault with negate backup. So Omar should be fetching here to get rid of that land war waste. We're in his upkeep right now. Yeah.
And he does.
Not talented. You think Omar plays more than one basic island?
I would doubt
Oh
it.
my god, he does. You can see it.
He's basically just like splashing dig through time in his deck, right? Into DC.
God, I hate this mana.
I mean, he's not playing beta lands, so I don't like it.
Yeah, well. I like the Zendikar lands, but I don't like the art on that forest. It looks weird.
I like that forest.
I like the John Park or something like that.
Is that the like glowing looking
No,
one?
It's like dark.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, he's got 2 misses in hand.
Oh, like dark and like pointy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's nice too.
So Omar, what would you do if you were Omar here? I think I would just basically do nothing, right? I guess I'd. Would you try to even Sultai Charm with the Perilous Vault? You know it's going to get negated. But you want the Nissas to resolve, so maybe you do want to kill the Perilous Vault and just get rid of his negates? Because he has to negate that.
Just 2 Nisses in hand.
Maybe he could cast one of. Well, he could cast one of the Nissas and get it negated, but Nissa is just so good that.
Oh, Omar also wanted to delve his creature out so Andy can't faded return it. You get an indestructible Courser.
Oh my god.
It's a genius play.
Oh my god, imagine Andy tries to fade it return and Omar in response dig through times. Oh!
That would be disgusting.
Okay, so Omar is going to dig out that negate.
I think I like this play.
Yeah, I like it too. Nissa is just so good that you just want to resolve one. And it'll be. Andy lets it resolve.
A bold move, I like it.
I guess he's that afraid of Nissa. I wonder if he has something to kill this other Courser. Maybe he has a downfall, so he doesn't even need the Perilous Vaults.
He might just believe in the heart of the cards.
That could be. This is an interesting game.
Yeah. Definitely more interesting than the last 3 we saw him play.
Yeah. This is the only time I've had anything to think about from Angie's position. We got Whip coming down here. So that'll probably bait out anything. Oh no, even that doesn't. Andy really doesn't care about Whip.
I don't know how I feel about the post-combat whip. Missed out on all that life gain.
Yeah. Now Omar's dead to like 2 Pearl Lake Ancient attacks.
Yeah, yeah.
Big misplay, big misplay. Better lucky than good.
Yeah. I can't imagine how he made it this far.
Yeah, what a scrub. I hope Andy Van Leeuwen wins by Exactsies in a situation where he wouldn't have won otherwise.
That would be amazing. I'd be pretty impressed to see Andy win this game, but it's certainly possible.
Yeah. I wonder if he has like another vault. Because letting the whip result, he didn't even think about the whip. And then he also let the Perilous Vault die without thinking about it that much. So maybe he has another vault?
You got to believe that he already put all the thought into it already and knew that he wasn't going to fight over it.
Yeah, I mean, he thinks very quickly. He definitely knows what he's doing.
But I mean, he probably spent like multiple turns thinking about whether or not he's going to protect it.
Yeah.
Not actively thinking about it, but I'm sure like he was thinking about
So
it.
he's got the double drown in sorrow
Okay, that's good.
with negate backup. He kept the negate, right? Omar
yes.
took to save
he
full
has
stroke?
he is negate, yeah.
Yeah.
And Andy's also going to be able to play and crack a vault on the same turn, starting next turn, assuming he hits another land drop.
Right. So. Okay. So second drown in sorrow.
Build your own wrath.
Yeah. So now Omar can whip things back, but they're not very good. Just a courser. That's only 2 damage. So that's pretty weak.
Did Andy scry to the bottom with the first round?
The first one, yes.
So he basically didn't 2-for-1 himself then. Well, he also killed 2 creatures, but the Wayfinder's not really a creature.
I mean, he's at 5, so it's pretty relevant.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like a
It's like a 4-4.
4-4 at the start of the game.
Basically a 4-4.
Boom. Siege Rhino.
Functionally indistinguishable at this point.
It's pretty tough for Omar to know what to do. You don't want to cast a Nissa because you know it's going to get countered. But at the same time, the game is like slowly, like his window to win is slowly slipping away as Andy starts to gain control again. So
Yeah.
maybe you have to just jam the Nissa.
Oh, he's going to play Sidisi?
Sidisi. Is that an 8th land in his hand? 'Cause that'd be good.
I think the only way out is
so he's
through
got-
for Omar.
So his hand is Courser, Sidisi, Nissa. So I think he's going to cast Sidisi. It's going to get countered. Or it's not going to get countered, maybe.
Andy may have stabilized this game.
Maybe.
Whip is still a problem, though.
Oh, he whipped back the Courser rather than casting a Courser. Okay.
I think we might see a Courser second main phase.
Maybe. I definitely would cast it. Okay, so Omar's got left in hand Sidisi. This was called Sidisi, right?
Yeah.
Sidisi, Nissa. Andy just passes right back.
Is Wayfinder the only creature in Omar's graveyard right now?
I think so.
Okay.
Other than that, Sultai Charm, Dig Through Time, land.
So he is representing lethal.
Yeah, although it is awkward to whip because if Andy has Fated Return. Actually, he knows if Andy has Fated Return, right?
Yeah.
So he can't whip anything right now.
Well, he can whip it and force Andy to get a 1/1 indestructible.
Which is decent here.
Yeah, I mean it's a indestructible blocker.
Yeah.
He also gets the activated ability, or the triggered ability rather.
So I'm pretty sure he's going to scry this whip to the bottom. It doesn't do anything. Looks like he's looking at a whip in a forest. Kind of looks like he's thinking of keeping the forest. I would put them both on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, both on the bottom. Whip and forest on the bottom. And he's going to draw Soul of Innistrad and Wayfinder. Those are both very good. Corner Queen on top. Nice.
Omar is doing it.
Yep. Omar's looking pretty far ahead here. So I guess I would attack with Courser. And then if he Fated returns back the blocker, then Omar can tap out and play Sidisi.
Okay, he's activating whip.
Oh, maybe he doesn't know about this Fated return that's about to happen all over him.
But he knows it's in Andy's hand. right? Oh no, no, he
Maybe-
doesn't.
I think he does.
Oh, he does. He does. Yeah, he
Yeah.
thought sees him and saw it multiple times this
Yeah.
game.
Oh, he just took it back. Almost. Pro like agents.
Okay.
Bam.
He's not dead.
Swag. So that's pretty good for Andy here.
Maybe the life gain that he missed earlier will come back to haunt him.
Omar Badden.
He could he could be at 15 right now though. Real talk.
Yeah, for real. So I guess he's just going to cast it easy now. Can't really hold back at this point.
What if he mills like
No,
a
he
Hornet
didn't-
Queen or something,
didn't
and Andy
cast
gets
it.
that?
I mean,
Then what?
oh, that's true because he knows the Hornet Queen is on top, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I almost would have punted this then by casting the Sidisi and milling the Hornet Queen for Fated Return. Ooh, Fated Return, the standard sleeper.
Yeah, spec on them now. Before the word gets out.
Man, this Fated Return is doing a lot just by being in Andy's hand.
Yeah.
It stopped him from whipping back the Wayfinder for lethal. It's also stopping him from milling that Hornet Queen. This is sweet.
Yeah, this is a
Awesome.
very interesting game.
Yeah. So what exactly is in Andy's hand? Does he still have that negate?
Yeah.
So he has a negate and a Fated Return.
I'm not sure if we know any of the other cards in Andy's hand.
I think he's only got 3, maybe. Maybe he's got 4. That Pearl Lake Ancient was really clutch here. Definitely needed that.
I guess Pearl Lake was what he topped with the second Drown in Sorrow, or was that 2 turns ago? The last turn cycle has taken a long time, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I guess it was 2 turns ago. Oh, no, maybe not. You would have Drown in Sorrow, and then the next turn untap, drawn it, and then played that in combat.
Yeah, maybe. So what do you do here if you're Andy? Guess you just gotta attack with Pearl Lake and Ancient and basically pass the turn. And then what can Omar really do? He'll cast Sidisi.
I guess Andy's got to be worried if he doesn't have spot removal about Omar binning something with 3 power and killing him.
I guess he could also be worried that if Omar draws a thought, or well, he knows he's not drawing Thoughtseize actually. He knows he's drawing Hornet Queen. Because I was thinking that, he might Thoughtseize and then cast Nissa, and that'll kill Andy because Andy's only at 3.
Yeah.
Maybe he's thinking about how he's going to beat the Hornet Queen. Because he's only got Fated Return and a Negate. So if Omar just slams down that Hornet Queen, I think Andy might actually be cold to it. Pearl Lake won't beat that.
Hornet Queen is a pretty powerful card.
Yeah, definitely. I guess Andy needs to draw like a Drown in Sorrow. Kill all the Hornet Queen and paralysis with Pearl Lake Ancient. Moo!
He plays 4 Drown in Sorrow. Do you think he has them all in his deck right now?
I don't think he'd have them all.
Because he's already played 2 of them this game.
Yeah, but he's also got Perilous Vault, so you don't want to overload on sweepers against a grindy deck like this, right?
Oh, he's playing Fated Return.
Is this his main phase?
I don't know.
I guess he's going to get to
Oh, yeah.
return a land with... okay.
Oh.
Or do that. How lucky. That's very good.
Yeah.
And that Courser's indestructible, so he can attack into Hornet Queen like it's his job. Unfortunately, Andy won't get to draw that Disdainful Stroke before that Hornet Queen comes down. Oh, Andy forgot to scry with Fated Return because it was on his own turn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I assume that happened in combat.
well, the screens puts Omar at 6, so that would imply that he did it after combat, but it would make more sense to do it in combat.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, Omar's at 4.
I'm not sure. I don't know what to believe.
Yeah. Omar just took 2 damage from his land, so I think he didn't prowess. So Omar could be a 3 if he had done it during combat. So we'll assume he did it after combat, like a poor player.
See, if you're Omar here, you'd have to jump block the 2/4 if you didn't. Or sorry, what am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. You would not have to jump block the 2/4. If he had gained 3 life, he'd be at 7 though, so he could take a hit from Pearl Lake in theory, but he's not going to do that. Pearl Lake can't really attack here. So Andy just wants to draw Drowning Sorrow.
Yeah, Andy's definitely looking for Drowning Sorrow. Or dig through time to get Drowning Sorrow. We know Andy has Disdainful Stroke in hand and a negate, so he's pretty protected from Nissa shenanigans. But this Hornet Queen is lingering. Wait, Andy only went up to 7. No, that makes sense. He was at 3, went up to 6 from the Radiant Fountain, and then 1 more from the whatever other land. Okay.
So Omar finds himself another Hornet Queen either for his hand or to whip.
Yeah, looks like he's wayfinding, so he's going to get to whip back that Hornet Queen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But maybe he won't want to. Maybe he'll want to wait until after Drowning Sorrow or something. Although
Yeah.
I guess Drowning Sorrow just instantly kills him, so he can't wait.
Yeah, Drowning Sorrow does kill him, so there's no sense in playing around it.
Yeah, so you might as well Hornet Queen now. Additionally, I think that's lethal. It's got 6 plus 2 is 8, so that's lethal for Andy.
Yeah, the math checks out on that one.
Did I do it right? Did I pass grade 5?
And he
sure
needs
that's
like a
one of
Bile
the
Blight
great
or
ones.
something.
Well, looks like Omar's
Playing around it?
deciding whether or not to attack with everything.
Omar's just going to play around Bile Blight.
Okay, that's interesting. Andy might be dead if Omar just attacks with everything. What's the downside to not attack with everything? He's got a bunch of untapped Hornets. Might as well attack with everything. Yeah, so he is gonna. Oh, he didn't attack with one of the Hornet Queens. That's
yeah,
interesting.
to play around Bile Blight.
What do you mean play around Bile Blight?
Well, because he's got 2 unique types of creature in play.
So?
So Andy can't Bile Blight all of his guys to death. Right? Like,
But he also has a Wayfinder, so even if he has Bile Blight, the Wayfinder can block the Pearl Lake Ancient and Omar won't be dead.
oh, true, he has Wayfinder. Yeah, okay, I don't know then.
So Omar should attack with
He
everything.
should just be trying to kill him.
Yeah. I think he needs to make Andy have something here. If he doesn't attack with everything, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, sorry, I totally forgot that he's got Wayfinder
Yeah,
in play.
but I think Omar's still thinking about it. I think Andy's sitting here saying, I hope he doesn't attack with everything because I'm dead.
Yeah.
I don't think Andy has it. I don't think Omar should be thinking this long. Because not only does he have to have a Bile Blight for all the Hornets, he has to also have something for the Wayfinder.
Yeah, I don't know what Omar's thinking about. Maybe we're missing something.
Could be.
I was missing the Wayfinder at first. But even then, I would probably just get in there.
Yeah. Okay, so he is going to attack with everything. Alright, so that's it. Andy doesn't have anything. Omar almost through, but not quite. How lucky.
That was a pretty interesting match to watch.
Yeah, it was. There were a lot of pretty interesting decisions there.